Finna play the whole song and just jam out real quick, man.
I'm learning the words.
What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's NBA Talk with Jay. We back, man. It's Wednesday. It's Winning Wednesday. So that means we got our guy Skee Prophet here with us. My God, like he got a Burberry shirt on or something.
Going to a baby shower.
What's up with you, Skee?
Nah, I'm chilling, man. NBA has been pretty good so far. And I think I'm up. I'm up double digits, but I know the last like 52 days, I'm up somewhere around the 27 unit range. And you can go back further, into last season, up a little bit over 100 units. So trying to pick it up and keep it going. And love being on the show with you to do it.
No, love doing shows with you, my guy. Let's get straight to it here today, my guy. It's all business here on the channel. We're breaking down every single game on the slate. First game up, man, probably the best game of the day. We're going over here to the streets of Cleveland. You see what I'm saying? We got the Cavs here laying 2 points at the house versus the Milwaukee Bucks in this one. Total sitting at 217 and a half. What could be a defensive game in this one, Skee. How are we looking at it, my brother?
Well, yeah, I do think it's going to be a defensive game because to start, both of these teams are great defensive teams, but last 5 game stats, they're top 10 defensive rating, and we know how the Cavs play. They're slowest pace in the league the last 5, and just looking at how they've been playing their home games, they went under 9 of their last 11, and in those games, they're holding opponents to under 100 points per game. I think it's somewhere around 98.7, something like that. So I do think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I'm on under 217. I think I got it. And I also like the Bucks team total under 107 and a half. Like I said, only one game has went over that in that 11 game span as far as their last 11 home games. And it's a chance for them, to get some revenge. This is a J spot right here. It's an OG J spot right here because
yes, it is.
because they already lost 2 matchups so far this season, and both of those was on the road. We know the Cavs are a different team when they come back to the house, and both of those games, well, one of them they didn't have Jared Allen at all, and the other one he got hurt in like the first 10 minutes and didn't play the rest of the game. So you need a guy like him when you're going up against Giannis. If you don't got no paint protection, you toast. So Cavs at the house, they've only lost 2 games all year. They got the full lineup, double, revenge, same season, all that. I know you're going to talk about it. Cavs, the under, all of it.
All this shit, bro. I need the Cavs here, guys. I need the Cavs here. So, and Skee, I had to go look at it too, bro, because I'm like, bro, they was up in the first half last game, up by 11 points on the road. I had to go look at it. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? What happened, right?
I think Jared Allen got hurt.
Yeah, Jared Allen only played 12 minutes. I'm saying, oh, okay, boom. That's why second half it was totally different. But I remember after the game, Donovan Mitchell was pissed off. Him and Garter was pissed because they had the lead. And in the second half, the Bucks started playing really tight defense, playoff style defense, and they weren't ready for it. I remember Mitchell like literally playing in my head saying, we weren't ready. Obviously, some of these guys on the team weren't really ready for their playoff style type of defense, and they came and smacked us in the second half. I think the Cavs get it done today, guys. I like these motherfuckers first half and full game. I think the Cavs could cash a trifecta spot here. 4th straight home game. So they're at the house. They're comfortable. What are the Bucks doing? The Bucks have been literally traveling all over the place. You know what I'm saying? They literally been on the road, home. Now back-to-back road games here. So this
12 straight days, I think.
Yes, bro. It's got to catch. I know it caught up with them versus the Grizzlies game. I know that Giannis sat out the next game, but still, and they have a tough stretch coming up as well. Nets on deck, then the Celtics on Christmas Day. But Cavs 4-2 against the spread. Last 6 meetings, they're 15-2 straight up at the house. This is a double revenge game J spot here. It led by 11 at the house. Led by 11 at the half. Last meeting on the road, they are 12-4-1 against the spread at the house as well. Home team is 9-1 straight up. Last 10 meetings, 4-1 straight up last 5 meetings. Bucks struggling on the road, only 1-3-1 against the spread last 5 road games, and also 3-8-2 against the spread last 13, falling a straight up win in this one, guys. I can only look towards the Cavs in this one. I hopped on Cavs last night. let's just put it this way. I need Cavs -2 to cash. I did take some first half as well, -1, but I like Cavs. I might bet first quarter as well. I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's just money, you know what I'm saying? And we gamblers, man. We sports bettors. I like the Cavs early and often here, but I definitely need that -2 for their full game. And this one, Skee, definitely couldn't talk you off the under as well. Let's go Cavs, my guys. I got the brown hat on. You see what I'm saying? Let's go over here to the streets of Philly real quick, Skee. I'll be cracking Skee up, man. We got the Sixers here laying 11.5 points at the house versus the Pistons. It didn't surprise me that the Pistons dropped their game last night versus the Jazz. I kind of said it on yesterday's show. In a winnable game, the Pistons are probably going to tank the game. When they're getting double digits here, these are the type of games that they're probably going to try to go for the win. So I'm not saying that they're going to win. Obviously, the Sixers are red hot here, Skee. 5 straight games at the house? I'm not betting the Pistons. I just know that these are the type of games that they choose to play like devil's advocate, or they try to play scrappy in. So I'm saying, what do you think about this one? Pistons on a back-to-back here, Skee.
Yeah, I got to be real. That last Philly game, they were up by 11, and I was feeling a little bit uncomfortable. I think I was out doing something, and I might have missed the ending of that game, but they ended up tricking it off and going to overtime. So before that, they were playing pretty good and covering consistently at the house. I want to think they can do it, but I just don't feel comfortable laying it for the full game. I look at the recent performance, last 5 game stats. It says the Pistons have been the better offensive rated team and the better rebounding team. So if you're telling me that, I get the Pistons haven't been playing any defense. But if they got the other 2 categories, I think they can at least keep it respectable. So I lean towards the Pistons, but not in my pocket.
Yeah, I can understand that lean towards the Pistons. I guess everything that I'm saying as well, I somewhat lean towards the Pistons as well. I know that I'm not laying 11.5 here with the 76ers. I know that this can be somewhat of a little sleepy type of spot, right? You're playing a down team. You're kind of expecting an easy win here. So this is not something that I want any part of, to be honest with you, but I can understand that lean to the Pistons. See, basically, like I was just saying, these are the type of games that they try to turn up for. Plus 11.5, they know that everybody's counting them out. They'll try to show up here. But in today's, like right now with this injury report stuff going on, make sure if you want to bet this game, I wait till right before to make sure everybody's playing for the Pistons. Wouldn't be surprised if they rested somebody like Bogdanovich or somebody. So just make sure that they're playing. And the Sixers as well, throwaway type of game. You never know what's going to happen in this one, guys. I would lean Pistons, though. Let's go over here to the streets of Boston here, Skee. We have the Celtics laying 10 points at the house versus these effing Pacers, man. I'm still pissed off at the Pacers, be honest with you, man. Fumbled that game away on Sunday, my guy. Do you think they bounce back here? They've had a few days off. They're getting 10 points. Celtics seem like they're maybe not as going balls to the wall as much. I don't know if it's them reintegrating Robert Williams in their Skee. What do you think? Do the Celtics bounce back here in a huge way?
I wouldn't have confidence in doing that either. And it's kind of, a little bit of what you're saying with the integrating Robert Williams. There's just been a lot of inconsistency with the lineup, I think, lately. You've had Marcus Smart out one game. You've had Horford out some games. You've had Williams trying to come back. Tatum's been out. Like, I think until they get back to the consistent lineup and actually integrating them in, I don't want to bet on them to win by these kind of margins. So they've lost 4 of their last 5 games. I would only look towards betting the Pacers here. And as far as the total, it might be a little bit too high. I mean, both of them bottom 10 offensive rated teams last 5 games. So lean Pacers, lean under, nothing official.
No, I'm with you on that. It's crazy because I want to lean Pacers as well. And usually when they're coming off a loss, they really try to I've heard them talking in interviews that whenever they lose a game, they're really trying to get back out there they're really trying to get a win the next time out. That's all their motivation. So, and you look at, I know for the first part of the season, they were one of the best teams off a loss. It just feels like maybe the Celtics just kind of slowing down a little bit, just a tad. Obviously, Tatum was in our lineup. He should be back tonight. You see Marcus Smart pop up on the injury report here. I'm not sure about the total because the Pacers do like to run and gun. If they want to run and gun with the Celtics, they might put up 120 points on you. You see what I'm saying? I feel like that's their team total. So they're expected to put up 120 here. Pacers have to keep up offensively. I'd lean Pacers plus a 10. They do have the tools to keep it within double digits here, but it's not something I bet, guys. It's not something I bet in this one. Let's go over here to the streets of Atlanta real quick. Skee, we got the Hawks here. The Chickens laying 6 points at the house versus the Bulls in this one, man. Bulls, really good win last night. If you looked at who was playing for the Heat, man, you'd be surprised if the Bulls didn't win that game. Now on a back-to-back here, Skee, do you think they can make it back-to-back great outings in this one?
I will not be putting my money on it. One guarantee in this game is I'm definitely not watching it. It's two teams I want nothing to do with. The Bulls, they got the win yesterday, but just from what I'm hearing and seeing from over there in that camp, like Dragic saying they're not playing for each other. They talking about it's beef or whatever on the court wise, as far as I guess who's the top dog between Levine and DeRozan. Like I don't know. And pretty much Dragic was, I mean, in the interview saying guys are selfish on that team. So that's not a team I want to bet on. And on the Hawks, we've been talking about the drama for I don't know how long over there. So I guess whoever's getting the points. That's who I lean towards in that one. In the total, I'll probably go over just because no defense be played. Last 5 games, they bottom 5 defensive rated teams. So bet the over, I guess.
It's hey, whoever catching the points in this one, man. I want to take the points in this one. I'm with you. I'm not betting on either one of these teams right now. I mean, I feel like the Bulls were a great bet yesterday, but here on the back-to-back, Hawks have the rest advantage. They're getting healthier. They got Collins back, which he's what am I trying to say here? He's what did I say that Kuzma and them was doing? Basically like showcasing. They're trying to
get the value up for the trade.
Yeah, but I forgot what was the word that I was using yesterday. But regardless to that, man, yeah, they're trying to showcase their talents. You see what I'm saying? In my opinion. So Collins is starting, but they're trying to trade him basically to whoever will take him. So DeJounte Murray coming back from the injury, Trae Young not shooting the ball well. They're disconnected with the coach. I'm off this game, guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Brooklyn here, man. We got some ugly games on the card, but I just like talking. I just like talking about these games and laughing, to be honest with you, man. You got to start making comedy out of shit. But you got the Nets here laying 12.5 at the house versus the Warriors. It was at 11.5 last night, man, when I'm at the casino. I'm like, damn, I knew this was going to come out so high, but man, what do you think, Skee? Is this one of those where obviously the Warriors trash on the road? Now, let's see. So, the Nets are hot right now. 1-6 straight, 9 out of 10. Skee 4-1 against the spread last 5 meetings, 8-2 against the spread last 10. But KD revenge spiral possible. But Warriors back to back, 3rd game in 4 nights, 4th in 6, 5th in 8 days, 6th game in 9 nights, man, all on the road here. Last game of an East Coast road trip. Do the Warriors have anything left in the tank, or is this number too high adjusted, Skee?
Probably a little bit of both. I mean, in all honesty, when I was waiting for this game to come out yesterday in the morning, and I was all day I'm saying, I want the Nets as long as they're not laying more than 11. And then sure enough, it comes out and it's 11.5. So I'm like, damn, how can I bet the game? And I gotta go to the team total. Warriors, I mean, the guys that got out there especially are not going to play any kind of defense. Last 5 games, that's their bottom 10, maybe even bottom 6 or bottom 5. And the Nets, they haven't had any problem scoring. They've cleared 119, 5 of their last 6 games. And you look at the Warriors on the road, they struggle in general. But why? Because the defense is just terrible. They're allowing 122.2 points per game on the season on the road. And last 2 weeks, it's still 121. And if you look at the games where they play back-to-back road games, they're allowing, I think, 123.7. So all of those numbers get us up and above the 118.5 that we're asked to clear for Brooklyn team total tonight.
Yeah, no, I couldn't talk you off that, Skee. It's not. I can actually see this one of these games, man. It's this. I don't think it's on national TV. So their worst defenders, Skee. This is my only thing with this. I do feel like if guys like Moody, Kuminga, Wiseman come in there, they're going to be good defensively. Clay has been ass defensively, man. We got to talk about this, man. I know when he's come back. I know that like injury, all this, he's not going to have his steps. But guys, I still like Clay. He's a great player in the NBA. He used to be a really great two-way player, but obviously with those knee injuries, Achilles, all that, my guy cannot move his feet anymore, man. I'm watching him last night. I'm talking about they blowing past Clay. So him being out is actually an addition for their defense tonight. You want to see Moody, Kuminga guys come like that over Clay, because guys, I'm just saying just switch me to Clay, man, every single time. I know if I'm out there, I'm giving Clay 50. I'm telling you that right now, man. I'm mixing Clay up, but hey, I might make Clay fall out there, boy. But yeah, it's crazy because I don't want to lay these points with the Nets, guys. This is one of the games, classic game. Now, I don't want to take the points with the Warriors as well. It's a horrible travel spot, but I wouldn't be surprised if they like I'd wait to the last minute and see how high this number gets. Maybe 13 and a half. Clay rolled out. Draymond might sit his old ass out too, man. Dye the beard, bro. Come on, man. Put some black on the beard, my guy. Every day. But I'd lean I'd lean Warriors. I could see this a game where the refs might be actually calling a little bit more for the Warriors, just trying to get them to cover, right? All the money is going to be on the Nets. Nets just want to win the game. They don't need to blow them out here. They got the Bucks on deck. See what I'm saying? No, I don't like the spot here for the Nets. It's actually Warriors or nothing for me. I'd wait to the last minute, see who's playing, and then I'd probably maybe like Warriors first half or something or full game. I think this could be a fishy game where the refs are they know all the money's on the Nets. They're looking for the Warriors to cover, guys. This shit definitely happens. I don't care. People don't want to admit it, but I know it does. I'm just trying to get on the right side, though. Let's go over here to the streets of New York here. We got the Knicks, red hot Knicks. Land a point and a half. They won 8 straight here, Skee. Do we just hop on the Knicks? They're playing some really good basketball right here. Only have to lay a point with them.
I wouldn't, especially on a back-to-back, even though, it wasn't that hard of a game, I guess. But I personally, even though the Raptors haven't been playing like it, I still think they're the better team. And I don't know. I know the Knicks have been winning, but I just wouldn't be laying the points with them. I'll pivot to the total in this game. And I like it under for a few reasons. If you just look at last 5 game stats, both teams bottom 10 in pace. On the season, they're bottom 6 3-point shooting teams. Looking at what both of them have been producing lately, as far as the Knicks at the house, they went under 5 of their last 6, and those games only averaging around 207.5. And for the Raptors, their last 4 road games have went under, only averaging about 214. And another thing we know the new NBA players are going to sit and rest, especially when they got these back-to-back situations. So you just got to figure out the best ways to play them. And I've seen when it's a back-to-back and for a home team that didn't have to travel, the under is 23-11 so far this season. That's about 67.6%. 3 of the last 4 meetings, they've stayed under this 218 number. That's the way I decided to play it.
I couldn't talk you off, my guy. I couldn't talk you off. And that one, yeah, it's a tough game for me, man. I mean, it's not that I'm hating on the Knicks. I do think the win streak is a little bit fool's gold. But I mean, watching them last night, they're balling. They're playing defense. Obviously, now put it like this. Sometimes we can look at a win streak and say who have they beat, but all they can do is play on their schedule, right? So that's another reason why I don't disrespect them. They're balling. I'm not betting against them here. Was pretty fishy that it only opened up at 1. Like I'm at the casino last night. Like, why are the Knicks only laying 1 point here? I'm seeing people coming in taking Knicks -1. They don't even look at the game. They just take Knicks -1. And I don't look at games that easy. But I can tell you this: I don't want to bet against the Raptors as well. This team is desperate for a win right now. They're off 6 straight losses here. They are desperate for a win. Somewhat a must-win J spot. They did just go to overtime with Philly. Now, Skee, they could have got blown out versus the 76ers. What do? They come all the way back to, if I'm not mistaken, I wasn't watching the game. I think they took the lead. I know they tied it for sure, though, but I think they actually came back and took the lead from that one. It ended up going into overtime. They ended up losing by 3. They did cover the spread, but they got OG back. Trent Jr. is questionable here. If he plays, it's not going to be good for the Knicks, in my opinion. Knicks on the back-to-back. So what do you think about this, Skee? This is something I've been noticing here lately. Now, the Knicks weren't on a long road trip. It was only a 3-game road trip, and I guess really what he meant, kind of like 2 games because 2 of them back-to-back in Chicago. Something I've been noticing is when teams come back home from their road trip, we don't like the first game back. If they win that first game back, especially when they have the back-to-back, it just seems like a horrible spot for them. What do you think in general of this spot? Coming back home from a little road trip, and then you have to play a back-to-back. So you got to get up for the first game, which was an ESPN game. Now you have a back-to-back game versus a less inspiring opponent. What you think about this, Skee? Could it be a letdown spot?
It could be. I mean, the way you break it down, it absolutely makes sense. I haven't ran any numbers on it to,
back it up.
To back it up, but I will run some numbers and I'll get back to you on it. But it makes sense to me for sure.
Bet. Now I'm with you on that. Yeah, Grimes out for the Knicks as well. They've been playing good though, guys. I'll tell you that Knicks are playing some really efficient basketball, and they're playing top tier defense. That's what they weren't doing early in the season, guys. So I'll watch this game, try to learn. Wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks kept it going, but based on that line, the line kind of tells you that the streak might be coming to an end today. But me personally, I don't want to bet against it. Going against it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go over here to the streets of OKC here, man. We got 5 games left. We got Thunder here getting getting 3.5 points at the house versus the Blazers. Skee. Blazers in the revenge spot. They just lost versus the Thunders. SGA with the game winner.
Yeah, this is, you know how I talked to you about the Timberwolves, and it's just like it's three teams that I don't bet often, and when I do bet them, I don't have a whole lot of success. It's usually Timberwolves games, Blazers, and the Magic. So last game I was on the Blazers and I got killed, and in general, I don't think of them as a team I like to lay points with just because they're not that great defensively. So it's a tough game for me, Jay. I think this is the one game I gotta just pass.
No, I'm with you. Hey, don't never be afraid to pass, my guy. This is where I look at it. So I was actually thinking that first off, how does a player go from being completely out the day before to playing? Now, regardless if you had a bet on the game, that's absolutely unfair to us bettors. There's some sort of corruption there, guys. In the old days, or just in any sport, if you're ruled out, that means that you're out of the game. Like there's no chance that you're playing. You're ruled out. You're in street codes, right? I just don't understand how in today's NBA they can be fair. Obviously, they don't care about us bettors, but I'm just what I'm saying, on a little soapbox here. SJ out. Any player did that. I mean, I feel like if LeBron was from out to in, anybody, Luka, anybody, I just feel like that's totally unfair. But regards to that, the Thunder did come off the win. Now the Thunder are playing some good basketball. See, I was watching that game. This team, even though they don't have a center, you would think you would get easy buckets in the paint. These fuckers play lockdown defense, bro. I'm talking about, bro, it's hard to even get to the paint. So they don't have paint protection, but you can't get there. They was locking the Blazers up. I'm watching the game. I'm like, I got to put a little live bets on the Thunder money line in this one, just because it just seemed like that the Blazers really struggled. Their offense struggled versus the Thunder. I'd like to take Blazers here in revenge spot. I do think they're the better team. They should get Nurkic back tonight. That maybe should help. But what I just saw from the Thunder, I'm not betting against this team right now. This is their role, the home dog. It's a tough game for me, but I would be surprised to see them beat the Blazers back-to-back times, to be honest with you guys. So tough game for me. The Thunder been balling out. I don't want to bet against them, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Blazers did get some revenge here. Skee. Let's go to the streets of Minnesota here. Another quick revenge spot, same arena where you have the favorite lost first time outright. I'd lean Blazers first half in the last game, and I'd lean Mavs first half in this one. Not strong enough for me to bet, Skee. I don't like the fact that the Mavs are missing Dorian Finney-Smith. They're missing Josh Green. Last game, Tim Hardaway Jr. didn't play. He probably should be back here, Skee. A ton of going on with the Mavs here, bro. Do you think they get some revenge here?
No, I don't trust the Mavs on the road, so that'll keep me away from backing them. And I told you how I feel about when I back the Timberwolves. So I got to pivot to the total in this game. They did just play. And I think the total last game was 230, maybe 230 and a half, somewhere around there. And they adjusted this one down to 227. Usually, that's pretty telling. Stat I have is, when teams play within a week, the first meeting went under, and they adjusted the second game's total lower than the first one. It goes back to 2013, and the under would be 61.2%. So I played, under 228 here, but it's climbing back up. So people don't agree. Maybe the market doesn't agree, but that's the way I'm going to play it. I've been rocking with this system for a few years, and it's been profitable for me, so I continue to rock with it.
Got you. What's the play one more time, Skee?
Under 228 is what I got. It's at 230 right now, though.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so you can get even a little bit of better number here. Man, the Mavs, it's crazy, bro, because that was a close game, and then if you just look up and they getting smoked, bro. So I'm not sure what's going on. Obviously, they really did miss Tim Hardaway Jr. last time, guys. They can't afford to miss him right now. It'd be interesting to see if they get Powell back tonight because he's been out. So they only had Christian Wood and JaVale McGee. I don't want to bet this Mavs team right now unless they're at the house. What
you think about the last game? Like, Ant Edwards was he was getting to the free throw line like a hell of a lot, and I don't know, he was just real happy and shit, and Gobert wasn't playing. You think Gobert being back might mess up whatever he had going on over there?
It could possibly. You know what? I was thinking of something last night. Gobert was on the Jazz last year. The Mavs own the Jazz. If Luka sees Gobert's fat hands out there, he's gonna want him on pick and roll every single time. So that's what I was thinking. We don't know if Gobert's gonna play yet, right? If I'm not mistaken, he's still kind of questionable. I know he's been out the past few games. So now, first off, if Gobert's in, you'll get a better line for the Mavs. I think Luka will turn up regardless if they win or not. I think Luka's points prop, he's going to turn up when he see Gobert over there. He's going to go back to last year's playoffs mode. Like, okay, Gobert, you play for them now. I'm going to view them like y'all the Jazz now. I'm telling you. So if Gobert plays, that would actually make me like the Mavs more. I think a flip will I think some type of switch might flip with basically not even just Luka, the whole team. They hate Gobert and they hate that whole Jazz team, but they don't like Gobert either, my guys. So if he play, I think they sat him out. Put like this, Skee. I'm probably talking too much in this game, but I feel like they sat out Gobert last game because they knew that he was a bad matchup for the Mavs. If he plays here, that's a good matchup for the Mavs. I'd lean them early and often in this one, guys. It's the only way I'd look, but I hadn't bet the game, to be honest with you. A couple more games here, Skee. Let's go to the streets of Rockets real quick. Going to the streets of Houston, H-Town, Rockets getting a point at the house versus the Magic. Looks super fishy.
I'm going to go with the under here, and I'm not sure if it's dropped. I see on the screen 223. I got 223.5. Looking at what they've been producing last 2 weeks, if you combine both of them, it's 219.2. If you look at the home and road splits and combine both of them last 2 weeks, it's 215.3. Both of those get us under what we're looking at today. And last 5 game stats, Houston's 21st in pace. Orlando kind of middle of the pack. Houston, the second worst offensive rated team, and both top 10 defensive rated teams. So I like that. Both teams also bottom 10 shooting the 3 on the season. I just don't see a game where it's a whole lot of points, a whole lot of scoring. So under the 223.5.
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off. I'd like to take Rockets here. I'm looking at their bench. I don't really like the bench play. The bench for the Magic is a ton better. I can tell you this, though. This looks super fishy to me. I mean, you look at this game and you say, oh, we're taking Magic easy. What do they cover? 8 straight games now? They just covered versus the Hawks as well. In a winnable game, I'm just wondering, like, is this a game where the Magic might try to choose to tank? I don't take them as the type of game, the type of team to tank, to be honest with you. But after winning so many, and then you still look at your record like, hey, if we're not going to go to the playoffs, what's the point of us winning these games, right? So that's just how I look at it. I don't like that I look at it that way, but it's Rockets or none for me in this game. This line opened up at 3. It came down to 2. It's down 1.5 ones with, I'm pretty sure, majority of the square money on the Magic here. Seems super fishy to me. I know that France, another thing, Skee, when you see some of these type of players, when you see the best players on these type of teams, possible tank teams, Franz Wagner, you could argue that he's the most unstoppable player on that team. If you watch the Magic, you know Wagner is a bucket out there. He can hit threes, inside, paint, post, all that. He's listed questionable here, Skee. That makes me scratch my head even more. It kind of tells me maybe the Magic aren't trying to win this game. I could be overthinking it. It could be super easy to take Magic, but it's Rockets or nothing for me here. And I believe it's their 6th straight home game as well, coming off a blowout loss at home. Let's go to the streets of Sacramento here, Skee. Got the Lakers here against 6 at the house versus the Kings. You like anything in this game?
Yeah, I like the total in this one, and I have to play it up and over. Damn, I thought, oh, there we go. Looking at what these teams have been doing last 2 weeks, home and road, you have, Lakers on the road. They're 4-1 to the over. Those games averaging 237.5. And the Kings, they only played 1 home game, but it made it to 243. And really, my thought process was no Anthony Davis. We've seen this too many times. It's no AD, no defense. It's not really anybody else who's going to help protect the paint. He just makes up for a lot of other, things that the Lakers lack on that side of the ball. And then as far as offense, they're going to continue to play with pace. And it's just an ongoing thing. Like last year, we saw he was out, just bet the over, don't even got to watch the game. And we know how Sacramento plays too. They're going to play up tempo and they have a great offense and not playing a whole lot of defense lately. So over 239.5 was the play for me.
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off in this one. Yeah, I don't even know who's playing in this game, and I did see Sabonis is questionable in this one. I don't like that for the over, Skee. What you think about that? If Sabonis did end up sitting out, would you still like the over?
He must have been just added on there because he wasn't on my sheet when I printed it out. But yeah, obviously that would hurt because he's one of the better scorers and playmakers for the Kings. So I would not like that.
Yeah, I think he was questionable last night. He got like a left wrist soreness or something like that I saw last night. The beat writers put it out there. I believe he's the only one that was out there. It was one more guy, but it's probably somebody that don't really matter. But yeah, Sabonis, he matters to the Kings in my opinion. Harrison Barnes. Yeah, Harrison Barnes left last game with a quad injury. So that's two two starters for the Kings on the injury report. Could possibly see Sabonis playing. I wouldn't be surprised if Harrison Barnes didn't play. Some with a quad, that's not something you want to mess with. He is an older player as well. Might take a little time to heal. So I wouldn't be surprised if Barnes was out. Might be a little better for the offense, but if Sabonis out, that's gonna hurt. LeBron questionable. I mean, LeBron probable. Mike probable / questionable.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nah, you good.
But Sabonis say, I just went and checked, and he say very likely to play, and then for LeBron, it's just questionable.
Okay, yeah, I see probable, but yeah, the guy's questionable every freaking night, man. Reeves still got that ankle. What you call it? I don't give a damn about this game, man. Let's go over last game up, man. We're going to the street to the Clippers. I need a haircut today, man. It's probably why I'm wearing this hat, man. I got to get a haircut. I don't want to lay the points with the Clippers. Someone to look at his like last game of the homestand. They're kissing the babies and the wives goodbye, right? Because they're going all the way. They're going to the East Coast after this, so. I don't like the spot for the Clippers, but it's the only way I could look. I know the Hornets just coming off a win, but the Clippers are getting healthy, guys. I did see two days ago, everybody practiced. The whole team practiced. So, I mean, shouldn't anybody be ruled out here, Skee, but they probably still going to play with us and rule some guys out. But Clippers starting to get to full strength here, Skee. I could only look their way.
Yeah, and you talked about them getting healthy, and since they've had the guys back, I mean, you've seen Kawhi start to look better and better and better. Had his first 20-point game forever. He didn't have a 30-point game. And really, I had to back the Clippers here. I took a -7, and they've been playing better basketball. Like you mentioned, 5th straight home game. Don't have to deal with travel compared to the Hornets, who third game in 4 nights. And this will be their 3rd straight travel spot. So combine that with, you got the 2nd worst defensive rated team in the last 5 games. Hornets just playing Olay defense, and the Clippers, they've been stingy. They're number 1 defensive rated team. So you give me that, that's what I expect to blow out other teams. And it's looking at season long, Hornets the worst 3-point shooting team in the league. Clippers are the 4th best defending the perimeter. Buckets are going to be hard to come by for this Hornets team. I see Rozier was game time decision. Let me see.
Doubtful. He kind of doubtful.
You're missing a lot of points here, man. So I'm not mad if you want to look at Charlotte team total under. Only reason I didn't play that is because some of these games, like they still been clearing that. I forgot what the number was, but when I was looking it up, they still have been clearing it even when they're losing by margin. So I took the Clippers -7 as my play. We'll go with the rest advantage too. 3 days to 1. Give me the Clippers, man.
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off, my guy. I could not talk you off the Clippers here. It's not something I didn't want to lay the points with them, but we did wake up seeing 8.5s here. Sometimes I just had to go over here to Skee house real quick. I had to go roll over.
It's because you know what time it is when it's after the show.
Hey, fire that gas up, Skee. Let's get to some picks now, man. That's the show, man. 32 minutes. We've been live, my guys. Now let's get to some free picks. Skee, what you liking on tonight's card? Let them know how you've been doing over at Wager Talk, my guy, and what you got going up there. I know you got some NFL picks. I know you got all type of shit going at Wager Talk, my guy.
Yeah, I got a lot going on. You're right. But I'll say this: last week I had 3 5% plays, and I don't usually have a whole lot of 5% plays in general, but they went 3-0. I have 2 more so far this week. One of them goes tonight in the NBA, and I mentioned it in the beginning of the show. Last 52 days, I'm up about 27 units, and last 13 and a half months, I'm up about 105 units. In the NFL, I've won 14 of my last 19 wagers there. I have a top play for Thursday night football, and up and available at wagertalk.com. Now, for the free picks for this show, I got to roll with a couple, and I want to give them the ones that are closest to the current lines, because a few of these lines have already moved. So that crosses out the Clippers. I'm going to go with Orlando and Houston under the 223.5. I like the Milwaukee and Cleveland under 217. And then we'll go with Toronto and New York under 218. That was also my free play video. So those 3 we'll give out for the show today.
I like it, my guy. I could not talk you off there on those totals for me, man. For me today, man, the only thing that I can look at is Cavs first half full game. I like first quarter as well, but I like Cavs first half full game. What else, man? I'd probably let it's some double-digit dogs on the road here, man, that I could see them covering, to be honest with you, man. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Pistons, Pacers, and the Warriors covered. You'd like to fade the Warriors here, but this number is just way too high for the Nets, in my opinion. It could get ugly, but what do we see the Warriors do when all their guys go out? The young guys try to step in and compete here. So if this line was somewhere around, I thought it was going to be a little lower than this, to be honest with you. It's just gotten way too high. So I'm not on Warriors, but I don't even have anything official, my guys. But I tell you what I like, and it's up on you guys, man. But if you'd like to get a shirt as well, I know you guys don't want to get a shirt, but if you want to, 50% off shirts, use promo code Xmas over at the site jmoneyismoney.com, man. That's cool. I wear all of the shirts. You dig what I'm saying? We will win, my guys. Let's get this cash. My guy Skee got a shirt from me, man. Appreciate you, my brother. But if y'all can, go hit the site, jmoneyismoney.com. I like Cavs first half full game, my guys. Let's see what happens. Nothing's guaranteed, but I'm trying to cash in this one. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Hit the like button, subscribe. It's Us Against the Bookies, man. If you like the content, please hit that like button, man, and share the show, man. We out, man. For J Money and Skee, we out. Let's cash. Let's make it a winning Wednesday.